guys, summer is finally upon us, and that means it is time for me to make a new update for my shop and design some summer charms. This one is a little bit different because as the other updates that I've made to my shop have actually been for a physical shop down in Siloam Springs, but this time it is summer and I am on summer break. I am not in Siloam. So this will actually be the technically second, but in my head it's the first, launch of an Etsy shop that I'm creating, which should be available on July 1st. This is the first video that I'm making where I'm leaning kind of more towards a vlogging style, and in that case I'm taking you kind of day by day, and in one of those days has nothing to do with summer charms. But I thought it was cool, so I recorded the whole event. But without further ado, let's get on to designing some summer charms. So all of my designs are done. I think I've found some that I'm going to settle on, and I will get to work on those probably on Saturday because I'm going on a big, long, all-day hike tomorrow, so hopefully I won't be too exhausted the next day to work on the actual clay mock-ups of these. And then I now have about an hour until dinner, so I'm going to work on a business card and see how far I can get with that. The excellent thing about being an art student is that I actually already have business assets that I can use for my business cards, because in my graphic design class last semester I had to design a business and all the assets for it. So I actually have a style guide, logos, fonts, so all sorts of things to look at to design my business card and make it look like my business. So that's half my job already done. Oh, look at that! Oh, you can't really see it with the camera.
Yeah, you can't see it.
That's a shame. Look at that! That's so neat! You okay? Yep. Day 3. So today's agenda is to at least get the prototypes of the designs that I did the other day finished, and then maybe do like some extra business work. But I at least want to get the prototypes baked. Maybe I'll paint them tomorrow, but I want those baked. That way I can have a reference point to make the other ones. The good news is I don't have classes right now, and it's the weekend, so I'm not going anywhere. So hopefully I will have enough time to get what I want to get done. Okay, so the one that I'm going to decide to go with is the little swimmer one. I think he's easier to make. He's a little more complex than the other stuff that I made, but he's definitely easier to make. The flower one is cute, but it's very simple, and also the flower petals themselves are pretty thin to make it look the way I want it to look, and I don't think that that's a good idea for a charm, especially one that's probably going to go on keys and it's going to like chip off. So next I'm going to make some chickens. I already have one chicken made, so I'm just going to make two, and they're super easy to make, so I'm going to knock them out real quick. So I have finished 2 chickens, I have finished 2 ducks. I can feel the burnout coming. So I am going to work on a different project for a little bit instead of doing this. I might make 2 more ducks today, and then I will do the other 2 new ones tomorrow. But the thought of like making the other 2, which are a little bit more complicated, is like a burden upon my shoulders. So before I get like really frustrated if something doesn't gonna work out right, I'm going to work on a different project. I will get back to you. Hello fellow diddlers, welcome to day 5. Why is it day 5? Because I forgot to record day 4. But in the span of day 4, I got another charm finished. See if I can show you those. I got some cows finished. I also figured out how I want to do my capybaras. I have this little guy, and he has a prop. I don't know what prop to give him. I have a flower and a lemonade cup at the moment. So I think we're gonna go with the flower, and we're just gonna see how that goes. But my goal today is to get these baked and painted. Okay, so we're actually gonna have like a little imposter. Last night I was asking my friends what sort of prop I should give the capybaras, and of course my good friend the Texan immediately said a gun. So the prototype is now armed and dangerous. Okay, I have baked, I have done the thumbnail, and now it is time to paint these pieces. I can see myself staying up late for this. Fingers crossed that I do not. I'm going to paint my ducks and my chickens first because they have like the simplest color scheme with like white and stuff. And then I'll move on to the other pieces later. Painting was taking too long. I recruited my brother to help. Say hi, Wheel. Alright, these guys are all finished now, and it's time for a photo shoot. Alright, that's all for this video. I am all done sculpting these summer charms. These will be available on my Etsy shop as soon as I get that up and running, which should be up on July 1st, if you want to check that out. If you have any suggestions for other charms that you think that it would be a really good fit for the shop or for a certain season or holiday, I would love to hear from you. I am always looking for new ideas and running out of my own, so any help that I can get is amazing. If you liked the video and want to see more like this, where I kind of show you little bits of my life and my process, you can subscribe, comment, like the video, let me know. That would be absolutely wonderful. You guys have a good rest of your week, and I will see you later. God bless.